Hi people, how you going? So I've got a bit of an update for you. It's funny how Indue works, isn't it? So we had a lady the other night who broke down because her car was not the best, and so she wanted to hire a car, and she went to pay for it using her Indue card, and they blocked it. So she couldn't hire a car, and she got stranded on the side of the road with her kids, and she was having the dilemma of trying to work out how she was going to get her kids to school and stuff like that, because of the bus services didn't run anywhere near the kids' schools, etc. So then another story comes up with a lady that wanted to be able to hire a car in order to go down to Brisbane for a hospital appointment for her son. And she needed to hire a car because of her own health. She couldn't go by train again because her own health fails her. So she couldn't hire the car using her Indue card. She needed to be able to have the money in her normal Visa debit card so she could provide the $400 deposit. Well, she managed to do it. She managed to get Indue to release the money. They allowed the transfer into her bank, but she had to show them proof of her son's appointment and the car hire place. She also had to ring up the car hire place in front of the pop-up store staff to prove to them where the money was going. This is ridiculous, right? They did grant her money, but well, look at what you've got to go through to use your own money, to pay your own bills, to do your own things, to live your own life. You've got to stand there in front of the staff and like a little naughty child, so you know you're not fibbing, you know what I mean? And you've got to produce all the paperwork and everything like that. What is this? What sort of controlling madness is this? Taking a child to a hospital appointment in Brisbane from Bundaberg, and you've got to go all through this so you can just hire a car. Whereas normally you would have just gone and hired the car without having to bow and scrape and beg to do so. I'm glad that she was able to hire the car. Unfortunately, we haven't heard back from the other lady who got stranded on the side of the road the other night who wasn't able to hire a car. You know what I mean? It shows how the system or the people, there's no consistency. Right? One lady who gets stranded because her car breaks down can't hire a car to use locally to run around while she's getting her car fixed. And she's got 3 kids, and the other person needed to hire a car to go to a doctor's appointment in the city, can do it, but has to jump through all their hoops, and it's just ridiculous. It's no wonder people are losing confidence, and they are really withdrawing. Do you know what I mean? They really are. So it's just crazy, isn't it? You know, to leave a family stranded on the side of the road because they wouldn't do a transfer of funds for the person to hire a car, but then they did approve someone else to hire a car, and they did that. But what she had to go through to produce the medical evidence of the doctor's appointment, and then to actually physically ring the car rental joint in front of the DSS officer or the Indue officer in I presume it's the impact office if it's up there in Bundaberg, just so that you're not fibbing. It's like, this is bullshit. This is major bullshit. It really is. So on a bit of a happier note, the lady that had saved her butt off to go to New Zealand, right? On Monday she was refused her savings. Today she got her savings. Whew. Again, she had to go through all of the palaver again and produce all of the paperwork in order to get it. But she's updated that she's managed to get it sorted. I'm just trying to... It's just crazy what they're doing, and it's different rules for different people in different regions, right? Because so far everybody I've spoken to who is a First Nations person who has tried to buy something private sale and have money transferred back to their account has been declined. Every one of them, okay? Right? Up here, you've got some people can get extra money, other people can't. Some people can get their savings out, some people can't. Some people can hire a car, other people can't. Some people can pay credit card payments properly. Other payments are limited to minimum monthly repayments. What are they doing? What are they doing? It's not consistent, whatever it is. And it's disgusting, really. So the lady, the update for the lady who was taking her kids on a holiday, she called back today to request the money to be transferred. 2 helpful Indue workers had no issues at all in releasing the money. Funny that. Is that because we put it all over Twitter and I screamed blue hell on Monday night on video and we tagged everybody in it, you know what I mean? Because on Monday, she produced all of the itinerary, everything, and they still wouldn't do it. However, and it's taken a lot of stress off now, but it's still, her words are, it is still a bit shit having to request money, fill out declarations, even though I've saved for it. It's her money that she saved up, but she's got to, apply for it and fill out paperwork and declarations in order to get it. It's like, what part? It's just so invasive. This is so invasive. Anyway, I don't think that particular person will be able to do a Senate inquiry, a Senate statement, unless she's already done hers, because she goes tomorrow. But the other lady with the car is going to, and I'm hoping the one that was also declined renting a car will do one as well, because the comments here are, I'm just reading the comments here. The thing is, this person's who even though she managed to hire a car, it's still very frustrating having to prove everything, like an invasion of privacy. Then again, that's every day on this card. Often putting things back in the shops because I feel like Indue sit back and monitor every single item purchased. You know what I mean? This is how they're making people feel. It is crap having to go through all this. She had to show them everything, and make the phone call in front of them. It's worse than, they're treating you like a teenager that can't be trusted. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. And this person's starting to get pretty sick too. The thing that sucks the most is even though I want to work, there are just no jobs for me in the area. I'm qualified. I enrolled into TAFE course a few months ago, Individual Support Disability. And I really want to do something, but there's no jobs around, however. But because of this stupid card, I had to borrow money off my mum to pay the entry fee. I've since left the course because my anxiety hasn't been very good lately. I can't even go to class without freaking out. Worst part of going to TAFE was going to the cafeteria at lunchtime and just wanting to cry while people lined up behind me all over because I wanted to get something, hot chips and a bottle of juice for lunch. I felt like such a criminal buying myself lunch. It felt like I wasn't allowed and I'd get in trouble. I feel that every time I use this stupid card, I always feel like I'm going to get in trouble for absolutely nothing on anything I buy. Isn't that disgusting? That's how they're making people feel. You know what I mean? And I'm going to just tell her, please put that in your Senate submission. This is what people need to be putting in their submissions, exactly how it feels, what impact it's having on their lives. This is cruel. This is cruel. To make you feel guilty because you want to buy some hot chips and a bottle of juice for lunch, for making you feel like you're a criminal because, you might get in trouble for buying something. It's fucking around with people's psychology. It really is. It really is, and it's disturbing. It really is disturbing. But the inconsistency of one person, and I think they do it to confuse the issue, so they can say, "But we do allow that," but only sometimes. They don't. They're not consistent with what they allow people to do with their money, right? And it's appalling what's going on, because I can't see the difference. To me, if somebody needs to hire a car to go to a medical specialist appointment in the city, there's no difference to a parent hiring a car to get her kids around for the week because the car's off the road. Yet the parent trying to get the kids around to school during the week, right, can't hire the car for local use, but the one going to Brisbane can hire the car. I don't get it. I mean, I really don't. I know the one hiring the car to go to the city also has health issues that impede her on the train, but what about the mum with the 3 kids that got stuck on the side of the road the other night and she's stranded for a week? You know what I mean? What are they trying to do? Make it so her kids can't go to school, then they can hold that against her? You know? Yeah, it's just double standards all over. Double standards, double standards, double standards, right? And no logic with it. It's pathetic. It really is. And people, I'm just helping this lady work out what she wants to do. So, so it's a terrible way to treat people, and it's getting to the point people withdraw. Like, for instance, Karen made the comment when she did her interview with 7:30. She does her shopping online with Coles, so she doesn't have to leave the house. We're hearing this more and more and more. All right, people are not going out. They're too scared to go out, or they're feeling like everything's being scrutinised, so they can't breathe. You know what I mean? This is wrong, and it's going to cause a lot more mental health problems, because for people, we're not normally antisocial hermits. Do you know what I mean? And to make people feel like you're not welcome in your own community, and basically that's what this card does, and that's what pro card supporters do too. They impound the fact that they're telling you you're not welcome in your own community. And a lot of these people are just really withdrawing right in. And I can tell you now, they're withdrawing off social media too, some of them. The biggest complaints I see with the card is people are losing their confidence to be able to partake in community, to be able to do anything. And it's just wearing them down. And it's not good. It's not good. A government should never, ever try and crush its people like this government is doing. They should always try and help people, lift people up and empower them, all right? Not a bloody boot on the neck, all right? Holding them down in poverty, holding them down in stress, holding them down under the card. You know what I mean? It's so wrong. So, there's the update for tonight. Now, the biggest update is the Say No 7 page has been delisted again until the 23rd of October. So when you go to the Say No 7 page, can you copy paste the articles? Instead of trying to share them, Facebook's blocking Say No 7 from the news feed. Okay, so you're better off copy and pasting if you want to share an article, and just let people know what's going on. We've appealed. They haven't told us what rules we broke, but we've appealed. And yeah, so judging by the timing of it, judging by the fact that the feed, the page reach was back up to 240,000 again, we seem to think there's a little bit of censorship going on here, because what happened to your free speech in this country? We share facts, not fiction, and we're not misleading, and we're not fake news. But, bingo, we've been delisted again. It's not good enough. It isn't, because we haven't done anything wrong. All we've done is point out the legislations, you know what I mean? And when we've come back at people, it's with facts, it's not with fiction. And we've got 6,900 people following the Say No 7 page, and about the same on the No Cashless Welfare Debit Card Australia group. And then there's the 15 odd no cashless debit card pages around the country. You know, we've probably got around about 20,000 people that follow that page all the time. And we have put up posts letting people know the Say No 7 page is under attack again. Yeah, it's, you know, you can understand copping a ban if they'll tell you what you've been banned for so that you can actually appeal, but you don't know what you're appealing against because you don't know what you've done. Because we know we haven't broken Facebook's rules, but whatever it is, we don't know. We won't find out. That's the way it is again. So we'll just keep sharing stuff the way we can, copy paste it to the national page, whatever. But as I said, for people doing Senate submissions, it closes on Friday, the 18th. I might be a bit quiet tomorrow because I've still got mine to do, and it's got a lot. I've got a lot to do in it. But I'll be working on mine tomorrow. And any information that I've collected over the last 9 months that I put into my Senate submission will not have people's names on it, and because I respect people's privacy, and yeah, I don't trust the government now. I will put in screenshots and stuff like that, but all names will be removed because of what I heard in the Senate on Monday night, the grilling that they gave Shelley Bellyfield from the Griffith University over the confidentiality. She's not giving out your details either, people. If you filled out her surveys for the income management survey that they're doing, right, none of us are going to give up people's details. We don't have the right to. If you guys trust us with information, right, unless you put it on a Hinkler page or on a public page, we don't use your names. We take your names off. We don't mention who you are. A lot of times, a lot of the people's stories that I've relayed here, I've actually made a point of not mentioning whether it's male or female, children, this, that, and all the other. If it's very sensitive, then I will make sure I take out anything that identifies who that person is or where they are to protect their privacy. But knowing that I've got the consent to tell their story, but I protect their privacy and anonymity, because that is paramount. It is paramount. It's why we have a closed support group, so people can speak freely without being attacked by trolls, and they can have their privacy, and they can vent, and they can, and if you're on the card in the Hinkler or Hervey Bay, Bundaberg region, all right, even some of the people from Kalgoorlie, all right, but you do really need to be on the card. And the card, cashless debit card support group, Bundaberg Hervey Bay, is where people can ask questions and find out from other card holders and support each other. Okay. We have 2 people in Hervey Bay that have not activated their cards. I did a food delivery to one this week. If anybody out there wants to donate gift cards, or anybody locally to me wants to donate foodstuffs, let me know, and I will pass it on to those families to help them keep going. And towards Christmas, we'll do another event, a barbecue at Hervey Bay or something like that. Maybe one again in Bundaberg. But we want to raise vouchers for people and presents for kids, because this Christmas is going to be tough for a lot of families. Tougher than normal when they've got to deal with the crap with Indue. So we just want to be able to take some pressure off of families. So if you can help out up there, contact me. All right. We're not asking for money. We're asking for vouchers, the gift cards, and we're asking for toys and stuff like that, age-appropriate toys that we can distribute to families on the card to just give them take some pressure off. All right, but I'll let people know the date of the barbecue. It'll be sometime towards the end of November, for the Christmas barbecue for this year, and we'll start working on that soon. We might need a little bit of money for the food for that, you know, and some petrol money to get me around to where I've got to go and do stuff, but that's it. You know, we don't need huge. But yeah, as we put that together, we'll sort it out. We just want to take pressure off people, and I think that's the only way we can do it this year, is to do something for Christmas for people, and make sure as many families as possible can just have a bit of a breather. You know what I mean? This card's causing too much shit. It really is. All right. Yeah, like Karen says. Karen's got 4 little girls. She said she's absolutely dreading Christmas. Well, maybe if we can get enough people to chuck some gift cards our way, people like Karen and her kids, we can take some pressure off for them. You know what I mean? And she'll be able to have the freedom to go and buy her kids Christmas presents without being made feel guilty with the frigging card. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, I'll say goodnight, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow probably. Alright, have a good night. See you guys.